Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Fletcher. Welcome to this, as I'm going to review tonight a tough loss for the Chicago Bulls tonight as they lose 101-98 to the Toronto Raptors. This is just a game recap for you Chicago Bulls fans. Unfortunately, Chicago just did not have enough oomph, as they say, at the end of the game. They were trailing throughout the night, most of the night, and they just dug themselves too big of a hole, and they tried to make the fierce comeback in the second half. Got it really close right at the end in the fourth quarter, and it just was not enough as they fall by 3 to the Toronto Raptors. So let's go into about the game itself. The Raptors jumped out to a 31-22 lead after the first quarter, and then Chicago did close the gap a little bit by winning the second quarter 28-23, but the third quarter turned out to be the downfall for Chicago, getting outscored 27-18, and then Chicago tried to make a fierce comeback. They won the fourth quarter 30-20, but it just was not enough as they fall short by the final score of 101-98 here tonight, as the game was held in the UC, the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. I mean, it was a good game. It was a great battle. But the thing was, Chicago, look, there was no Joakim Noah. Noah will probably be out for the remainder of the regular season. They're going to hold him off till the playoffs. You did not have Taj Gibson either. Gibson nursing an injury, so he was out. And really, only 3 guys really stepped up tonight for Chicago. You had Jimmy Butler, who led the scoring with 28 points. He had 7 total rebounds. He was basically red hot tonight. He hit 10 and 12 from the field, hit all 3 of his 3-point attempts, and he was 5 for 6 from the line. It was just a great line for him, a very good game for him. Carlos Boozer also had a decent game, 19 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double for him, 7 of 20 from shooting, and then Nate Robinson coming off the bench and absolutely going nuts again, like he's always been doing, scoring 22 points coming off the bench, but he was 7 from 22 for field goals, 5 of 9 from 3-point range as well. That was also one thing that was really hurt Chicago in the game tonight. And then you had a more balanced attack from Toronto. Rudy Gay had 19 points. You had Johnson, who had 13 points. Jamar DeRozan, he had about 20 points. 13 points from Kyle Lowry, and you had Terrence Ross with 13, and Asic had 13 points as well. I mean, it was a balanced attack by Toronto. They shot 51% from the field, which is very, very, very good. Especially Chicago has been known to be a lockdown defense. Normally, they don't give up that high of a number in that situation. Normally, they will hold teams normally about 40%, more or less. But 51% is really high, to say the very least. And then on top of that, they also got killed at the free throw line. Chicago only making 14 out of 20. Toronto making 20 out of 24, an 83% clip. Chicago out-rebounded Toronto 40-33. And it was really one of those games where this was supposed to be an easy game for Chicago, but it just did not happen tonight. They take a painful loss. They take a heartbreaking loss. And this is heartbreaking for Chicago because of the fact that when you're in the standings right now, and up to date as right now as it stands, Chicago now only hold a half a game lead, holding the number 5 spot, as Atlanta was idle tonight, and now, even though they've been losers of 3 in a row, Chicago has lost the last 2 games. It remains to be seen what will happen with Chicago, as we're definitely coming down to the very end of the regular season, and playoff positioning now becomes very vital, to say the very least. Um, for Chicago, now they gotta play the New York Knicks on Thursday night. Then they play the Toronto Raptors, and then they got a game against the Miami Heat, the Orlando Magic, and then they close the season with the Washington Wizards. Alright guys, so that will do it. I'm Michael Fletcher. Thank you very much for listening to this. And I got another video coming up very soon, so stick around. Please like this video, leave a comment at the bottom, subscribe to my channel. Until then, I'm Mike Fletcher. Hugs and hand pounds. I'm out. So long for now.